Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. They'll run it again with Fournette, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. By Dixon, and he's got some space here, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches that'll be a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely, and what they also understand is that from week to week it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
And the back goes into motion. They direct snap to Dixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We've got a 3rd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now this time, Manning will throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. down is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Defense showing blitz. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Manning. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Shift together here from the D-line. Passing, it's Dalton, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, they go with Dixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On play action, it's Manning. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try again with Dixon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back into the end zone, the sidelines, his extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Bullock will put this one through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught at the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On second down, here's Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with a big bank for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go!
Out of the Wildcat, it's Dixon. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Manning to throw on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Davante Adams, 93 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Bud Dupree from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. It's second down. Dalton looking. He's going to wind up and air it out. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now it's Dixon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Now Manning on the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. The final act of the first half. Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Manning. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, it's Dixon. And he's got room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on first down is Manning. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 20 yards to go here on first down. Right back to Dixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play action. Manning. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Dixon. And some room to roam now. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat.
Here we go.
Out of Wildcat, this is Hillman. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now this time he'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On the run, it's Fournette. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Dalton here from the gun. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a play fake. Manning. A dump off for Dixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 3rd down, Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Boyd breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Williams, a man in motion right. They'll run with Dixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Manning. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Here's Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Dalton, 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Trent Murphy in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
They'll run it with Dixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And on 2nd and 10 now. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But we stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for New England, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home